Dear students, this is Professor Dr. V.K. Sawant. In the present lecture, we are going to discuss methods of ESOP shares. In the previous lecture, we get information about methods of ESOP securities. But in the present lecture, we are focusing on methods of ESOP shares only. For raising capital, shares can be issued in the market by the company. Especially public limited companies are issuing their shares in open market for getting money as capital to the company. Just like a paper currency, every share has its face value printed on the face of the share certificate. After allotting shares, a company issue share certificates to members. Those person taken shares from the company, they are the shareholders of that company. For example, a share may be of rupees 10, of rupees 20, of rupees 50 and of rupees 100. It is also noted that the face value of the share is in multiplication of rupees 10. There are three methods of issuing shares. Shares can be issued at par. Shares can be issued at a premium, or shares can be issued at discount. Firstly, issue of shares at par. When shares are issued at their face value, they are said to be issued at par. For example, a share of rupees 100 is issued at rupees 100. Another example, a share of rupees 10 issued for rupees 10. Also another example, a share of rupees 50 is issued at rupees 50. It means that the face value and issue price is the same in the case of issue of shares at par. Another type of issue of shares is issue of shares at premium. When shares are issued above their face value, they are said to be issued at premium. For example, a share of rupees 100 is issued at rupees 110. Here, the amount of premium is rupees 10 per share. Bifurcation is to be given as under: face value of the share rupees 100, premium per share rupees 10, and issue price is rupees 110. Here the amount of premium per share is 10. Another example, suppose a share of rupees 10 issued at rupees 12. Here face value of the share is rupees 10 per share. Issue price per share is rupees 12. The difference between issue price and face value, if the difference is occurring in positive manner, that is termed as premium. Here In this example, the amount of premium is rupees 10 per share. Another type of issue of shares is issue of shares at a discount. When shares are issued less than their face value, they are said to be issued at a discount. For example, a share of rupees 100 is issued at rupees 90. Here the amount of discount is rupees 10 per share. It can be bifurcated as under face value minus issue price is equal to amount of discount. Here face value of per share is rupees 100, issue price per share is rupees 90. Therefore, the amount of discount is rupees 10 per share. Methods of issue of shares. In viewpoint of syllabus of BCom Part 2, there are four methods of issue of shares, namely installments method, bid method, underwriting method, private placement method. This is given in the form of diagram. Issues made by the company for public subscription, that is termed as public issue. In public issue, there are two parts: IPO, initial public offer, and FPO, follow public offer. Right issue, composite issue, bonus issue. In case of private placement can be divided as preferential placement, qualified, intermediate, intermediate placement, and for that purpose, institutional placement program should be implemented. In short, here there are two types of issues: public issues and private placement, of which now we are concerned with first method of issue of shares, that is known as installments method or issue of shares payable by installments. Every business organization needs funds for its business activities. For doing different type of business activities, capital or fund is needed. It can be raised through through funds either externally or through internal sources. When companies want to go for the external sources, they use various means for the same. Two of the most popular means to raise money are initial public offer, in short IPO, and follow on public offer, in short FPO. When the company offers its shares to public at a fixed price, in that case shares are issued at either on a lump sum basis, that is one installment basis, or number of installments basis, that is more installments. It means that there are two parts of installments. One part is known as lump sum basis and another part is known as installments basis. In lump sum basis, cash is fully paid at once during the time of application. However, a company might also issue its shares to be paid in various installments. This method of issue of shares to the shareholders is known as the issue of shares on installments. In installment in installments method, the issue price of the shares can be collected in different installments. These installments are named as application, allotment, first call, second call, and final call. Final call is also known as last call. No more call will be made after this. For your information, I am putting a simple example for collection of issue price of a share. Suppose Bright Company Limited issued 10,000 equity shares at rupees 100 each. Here the face value of share is rupees 100 is being collected in installments as under. Here issue price and face value of a share is the same. In this example, issue of shares at par. It means that a share of rupees 100 is issued for rupees 100. There is no question of discount or premium. Rupees 100 is collected in 5 installments as on application rupees 20 per share, on allotment rupees 30 per share, on first call rupees 25 per share, on second call rupees 15 per share, and on final call rupees 10 per share. It means that rupees 100 is to be collected in 5 installments and the amount of each stage is provided here. Another method of issue of shares is bid method. In bid method, the shares issuing companies invite investors, normally large scale buyers and fund managers, to submit bids on the number of shares that they are interested in buying and the prices that they would be willing to pay. Here the scope of bid method is limited as compared with installments basis. In installment basis we are giving public offer. Here the offer is limited to specific investors and especially large scale buyers and fund managers. The book is built by listing and aggregated demand for the issue from the submitted bids. The underwriter has to, for the sake of transparency, publicize the details of all the bids that were submitted. After determination of the issue price, the maximum number of equity shares bid by a bidder at or above the issue price will be considered for allocation. The company can follow the procedure to allocate the shares to be accepted bidders and the rest bids irrespective of the bid price will become automatically invalid. Another method of issue of shares is underwriting of shares method. Underwriting of shares method, the issuing company enters into a contract with a person known as underwriter, who may be an individual, partnership firm, or company, undertaking that, in the event of ESOP shares not being subscribed by the public, or only a part of them subscribed, the function of an underwriter has get economic significance. It provides an assurance to the company that it would be able to raise the stipulated amount of capital by the issue of shares. The central government has recently set up a number of financial institutions for helping companies to raise share capital. The prominent institutions that render this service are IFC, that is Industrial Finance Corporation, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India, that is known as ICICI, and Life Insurance Corporation of India, that is LIC. In consideration of such a service, the underwriter is paid a commission. Underwriters are working on the basis of commission as per the work done by them. The Companies Act 2013 places restriction on the rate of the commission. It provides that commission at a rate authorized by the articles not exceeding 5% of issue price of the shares can be paid. There are two types of underwriting contracts, namely normal underwriting and firm underwriting. Another method of issue of shares is private placement method. Private placement is also known as non-public offering, is a funding round of shares or securities which are not sold through a public offering but rather through a private offering, mostly to a small number of chosen investors. Generally, these investors include friends, family, accredited investors, and institutional investors. A private placement makes shares available to only a limited number of suitable individuals. Instead of public offering, private placement highlights the investors like friends, families, and institutional investors. 5. Private investment in public equity deals are one type of private placements. SEDA, Standby Equity Distribution Agreement, is also a form of private placement. They are often a cheap source of capital than public offering, since private placements are not offered to the general public. This is very important. In relation to comparison, the public offers are given to public, but private placement method concern with specified investors. Private placement are related with raising capital from the individual investors. For example, they are issued through offering memorandum. Private placements come with a great deal of administration and have normally been sold through financial institutions such as investment banks. It is noted that private placement does not require underwriters or registration with SEBI. SEBI means Securities Exchange Board of India. Private placement is equally beneficial to companies of all sizes because they require less time and expenses than a public offering. Now we are concerned with book building. This is new part introduced in our syllabus. Here we are concerned with what exactly book building means. Companies all over the world use either fixed pricing or book building as a mechanism to price their shares. Book building may be defined as a process used by companies raising capital through public offerings, both IPO and FPOs. IPO IPOs means initial public offers and FPOs extended as follow-on public offers to aid price and demand discovery. Book building is a systematic process of generating, capturing, and recording investment demand from the investors. Book building is focusing on three aspects, namely generating, capturing, and recording investor demand. Usually, issuing company appoints a major investment to act as a major securities underwriter of, or book runner. Book building is an alternative method of making a public issue. It is noted that book building is related with public issue, in which applications are accepted from large buyers such as financial institutions, corporations, or high net worth individuals almost on firm allotment basis instead of asking them to apply in public offer. Book building is a relatively new option for issue of securities or shares. The first guidelines of which were issued on 12th October 1995 and have been revised from time to time since. The method of offering shares by providing a price range is called a book building method. This method provides an opportunity to make the investment from the outsiders. This method provides an opportunity to the market to discover price for the shares which are on offer. The book building route will see a maximum number of applications and large order size per application. Here, two important points are here. One, in book building, we are focusing on maximum number of applications, but also focusing the size of application should be large. The price at which new shares are issued is determined after the book is closed at the discretion of the book runner in consultation with the issuer. Participation in book building may be limited to certain classes of investors. All book building is conducted off market, and most stock exchanges have rules that require on market trading be halted during the book building process. In short, book building is off market procedure of issuing shares. This is the process given in diagram. Book building process. Company plans an IPO via the book build route. Then appoints a merchant broker as book runner. Then issues a draft prospectus. Then draft prospect filed simultaneously with the concerned authority, that is SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India. Then book runner appoints syndicates members and registered intermediaries to to subscription. Price discovery begins through the bidding process. At close of bidding, book runner and company decides upon the allocation and allotments. This is the process of book building. Book building is the process by which an underwriter attempts to determine the price at which an IPO will be offered. An underwriter, normally an investment bank, builds a book by inviting institutional investors, fund managers to submit bids for the number of shares and price or prices they would be willing to pay for them. The book is the off-market collation of investor demand by the book runner, and it is confidential to the book runner, issuer and underwriter. Book building is a common practice in developed countries and has made inroads into emerging markets as well. The book runner collects bids from investors at various prices between the floor price and cap price. It means minimum price and maximum price. Bids can be revised by bidder before the book closes. The process aims at tapping both the institutional and retail investors. The final issue price is not determined until the end of the process when the books has closed. After the close of the book building period, the book runner evaluates the collected bids on the basis of certain criteria and sets the final issue price. The prime objective of book building process is to determine the highest market price for shares and securities and demand level from highest quality investors in order to adjust pricing and allocation decision. Book building access to capital more quickly than the public issue. In this way, we get information about methods of issue of shares. So, in this way, I am concluding here my speech. Thank you.